we are driving to my dad's house up in Virginia, and I wanted to show you something. I'm going to have to do this in several sections. First of all, it's kind of windy outside today. Well, it's actually extremely windy outside. There's some kind of cold front or something coming through, and it is so insanely windy out there. But I want to show you something. If you are familiar with the Andy Griffith Show, you might have heard them mention Mount Pilot. Well, this is what Mount Pilot is based on. It's a town. It is based on Pilot Mountain, North Carolina, and I'm going to show you Pilot Mountain. Now, we're still a ways from it, but that's it, right up there. Now, we're still pretty far away from it. It's pretty big. We're probably still 5 miles away, but you can see the knob up there. That's the knob of Pilot Mountain. It's made of metamorphic rock. Quartzite, which I believe they thought was formed in deep marine and in a deep marine environment a long time ago. But that's the knob up there, that big rocky protrusion from the top of the mountain up there. That is Pilot Mountain, and there's a state park up there, but I'm not going up there. I'm going to my dad's house up in Virginia, but we have to go right by Pilot Mountain to get there. And this road that we're on will kind of go around the mountain, and I'm going to take a little bit more video when we get up to a point where you can see it even better. But that's it, and it's pretty cool. The wind is blowing my car all over the place. It is so windy today. God. I want to show you my dad's place because he has a really neat place up on the side of a mountain, and I wanted to show it to you. But this is a really good perspective of the mountain here. We're headed straight toward it. You can see, I mean, it's really big. I mean, I guess compared to like the Rocky Mountains or whatever, it's not, but I think it's pretty impressive. I always thought it was kind of cool. And but you can see how it kind of sticks up because the rock that the knob is made of is it doesn't wash away as easily as the stuff around it. So you can see where all the whatever was around it. I'm not a geologist, I don't know, but the dirt, we'll just call it the dirt. The dirt all washed away. Okay, now there are trees in the way. The dirt all washed away, and then all you have left is just the knob. But I have to drive a little bit further to get around the trees and stuff and get to where you can see it, but there's a point up here where you can really see the knob even better, and I want to try to get that. So I'm going to pause this and start it again in a second. Okay, here we go. Here it is. There it is. Check that out. I'm just kind of holding the phone sideways. I'm trying to drive. I don't want to die. But there's Pilot Mountain. And there it goes. Okay. That's, honestly, there's a scenic overlook back there where you can pull off the road and look at it, but it's kind of far away. But that right back there is really, to me, I think the best view of the mountain. Unless you get right up there next to it. Oh, my ear just popped. We're headed up into the mountains. Where I live, it's flatter, but here it's more hilly, and my ears pop. But I'm going to show you a few more things along the way to my dad's house. Nothing really to write home about, but we'll stop in my favorite produce store, if nothing else, and I'll show you where I like to go get stuff when I come up here. So I will be back. Okay, we're beyond Pilot Mountain, which is back south of us. Now we're headed into Mount Airy. I'll show you the sign. Now here we are. We're on Highway 52 North, headed towards Mount Airy. That's where they got the name for Mayberry, North Carolina in the Andy Griffith Show. Mount Airy, that's where Andy Griffith was born, and that is where he grew up. And they definitely capitalize on it here in Mount Airy. See, there it is again, Mount Airy. It sounds like Mayberry. But, and see, there's a sign for the Old North State Winery, which I've never been there. And you can start to see the mountains way off in the distance back there. You can see some mountains back that way. It's starting to get more hilly. Like I said, where I live, it's pretty flat, and every time I come up here, my ears pop. And it's kind of funny, but I was hoping the leaves would have changed a little bit more, but they really haven't. It's kind of slow. It seems like normally by this time of year it's more pronounced, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it is later that they change. But see, Andy Griffith Parkway. I'm holding this where you can see stuff. There's a Metro. It was sitting there when I came through the other day. It died on the side of the road. Now see, we have Aunt Bee's restaurant. We'll pass it in a minute. But they, like I said, they definitely capitalize on the fact that Andy Griffith grew up here. So really there's not a lot to look at this point. We're just kind of riding along on 52. But I think it's kind of cool that you can start to see the mountains, and we'll really get to see them better once we get up closer to my dad's house. That used to be a textile mill, but it moved to Mexico, and now it's a place where they make storage buildings and carports. My dad says it's a front for drugs. I don't know. I have no idea. But there's the mountains going downhill, and it's just really pretty through here. I enjoy coming up here. It's usually a really nice drive. I would like it better if it weren't so windy, but it has been really, really windy all morning. And so it's just kind of annoying, but not much I can do about it. So I'm going to pause it until we get further into Mount Airy, and I'll make a little bit of video riding through there. There's not a lot to see. I'm not going downtown. Now there is a downtown part where they have more that you can see. They have Snappy Lunch, which is where Andy Griffith used to eat, and you can still eat there. You can go to the barbershop where he used to get his hair cut, and it's just really cool. So, oh look, there's a sign for Biscuitville. Biscuitville is my favorite place to eat, and it's kind of a local chain. They have the best biscuits in the world, and their slogan is Fresh Southern. Their biscuits are just so good. Okay. And again, you can see the mountains up ahead of us there. We're getting closer. And there's the Mayberry Antique Mall sign. But that's downtown. I'm not going through downtown. I'm kind of going around all that to get to my dad's. I'm running late. I meant to get on the road earlier this morning, but it just didn't happen. I was up until 3 o'clock in the morning making a video reading some more of my story, so I really got up a lot later than I intended. But I don't know how well you can see with my windshield here, but you can see the mountains up ahead. They're definitely, you can see them a lot better now, and that's always cool for me to see that. I like it up here. I don't think I'd want to live here, but I do kind of like coming up here. So I'm really glad my dad lives here because I get to come through here. Every year I would get my Christmas tree from this produce place up near my dad's house in Virginia, and I loved coming up here because they had the prettiest trees, and I would buy one every year up here at Christmas time. Now here's the sign that says "Welcome to Mount Airy, a Piedmont Triad community," and this is the city limits, and there's really nothing to see. It's just a bunch of nothing. So I'm gonna pause it briefly. We're getting closer to a few of the shops down here. Now we're at the big intersection. This is big time. This is the busiest part of Mount Airy, is this intersection right here. And there's really nothing going on here either. It's just a little town. Now I'm caught at the light. And there's Wendy's over there, which is a pretty good place to eat. It's a fast food chain, but the food's not too bad. The only complaint I have about that Wendy's is that they're insanely slow. It takes forever to get your food. And there's a McDonald's right over there. There's a man who works there who has a Volkswagen bus, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I have some pictures of it, and but he won't sell it, which is very sad. He bought it for $100 and said that people ask him all the time about buying it, and he just said it's not for sale, so it makes me very sad. It's a 66 split window Volkswagen bus, and it's really, really cool. And there's a Cracker Barrel up there and some other stuff. But I wasn't planning on having to stop at the stoplight. I wouldn't have started it this soon if I'd known. Up there is the hospital where my dad was. I know you can kind of see the corner of the brick building when he had his gallbladder out earlier this week. He did get to go home yesterday, which is why I'm going up there today to see him. says he's feeling a lot better. He does have a chest cold, and when he coughs, it pulls the staples, and that's very painful, and I hate that for him. Oh, let's see. Oh, there's a little creek down there that kind of winds around. And there's Lowe's, home improvement. You can go there to buy all kinds of stuff to do home repairs. There's a propane place on the right, Hall Propane. This isn't interesting at all. I'm just too lazy to pause it. Okay, there is the Mount Airy Family House Restaurant. Looks like it's closed for now, at least. And this man is sharing his music with everyone. It's Cult of Personality. I like that song, so I'm not irritated. Otherwise, it irritates me when people blast their radios and force everyone else to listen. But that's a good song, so I don't care. Okay, seriously, I think I'm going to have to pause it. I thought I was actually a little closer than I am. So I'm going to pause it. One more thing I wanted to show you is that the little vehicles down there.
Does the bus actually work?
I don't know if it works or not, but there's just two little vehicles. They used to have a little Volkswagen bus parked down there. It was a chopped bus, like they had taken out the middle part. And here we have, well, no. This used to be the Mount Airy drive-in, but now apparently it's another carport place. There are carport places up here everywhere. I do not know why that is. There are 4 or 5 different carport businesses that I know of up here. Now, what everybody needs all these carports for, I don't know. But here is this over here is the Mayberry Mall, and there's not really much in it anymore. Although, oh man, it has a Kmart in it. And I was going to say this is the only Kmart left that I know of in this area, but there's a sign over there that says it's closing. So, well, I guess we won't have that Kmart anymore either. That was the last one over there, but this is the Mayberry Mall. And there's not really a lot in it anymore. I think a lot of the stores have closed. There is a Belk and a JCPenney, but I think that's about it. And over there is Libby Hill, which is a seafood place. And that's another local chain. There are several of them around here. But there was an article in, I think, Our State magazine about them not too long ago. Our State or Garden and Gun. There was some magazine that had an article on Libby Hill. I don't like fish or seafood, so I don't go there, but it's a really popular restaurant in this area. It's kind of a fast food place, but they do all kinds of fish and stuff like that. So there's a Libby Hill, and right beside it is Aunt Bee's Barbecue, which is also another popular place to eat around here. I honestly, I don't think I've eaten there either. That's Aunt Bee's Barbecue, Hickory Smoked Barbecue in a dairy bar. And this used to be a car dealership, and they used to have a 1959 Volkswagen bus that was parked out here. But then unfortunately they sold it to somebody and it's gone now. So that was kind of sad. I keep missing my chances to buy a bus, and it's making me depressed. Okay. So again, we're just driving. We're heading north, and the clouds are looking really, really funky. Look at that. That's weird. I don't know what's going on, but it is very windy, and it's very cold outside too. It's like 50 degrees outside, and the wind makes it feel even colder. So I doubt I'll be doing a whole lot outside today. Okay, I'm going to pause it, and we will. Oh, let me show you one more thing. Sorry, I keep seeing things and I forget. Up here, this used to be an old Holiday Inn. But then it was bought by this company Starlight a long time ago, and they still have the old sign. And that sign with the arrow pointing and the star at the top, that's the way the Holiday Inn signs used to look back in the 60s and 70s. So that's, I don't know, I just thought that was cool. And now I'm going to stop it for real. Okay, we're back on the road. I had to stop and get something to eat. I was starving. Okay, now we're getting even closer to the mountains, and you can kind of see the cars up on Highway 77. You can see it better in the wintertime when there aren't any leaves on the trees, but up there in the mountains, signs, and you'll be able to see the cars and stuff after I get past this little part. But we're about to go over the North Carolina-Virginia border line and crossing into Virginia. And gas instantly drops about 20 cents per gallon because their taxes are lower. So gas is always cheaper up here. And I'll probably fill up because I'm at about a half a tank. So here we are. The state line is coming up in just a second. It's right up here. And of course there's a gas station sitting right there. And it's $1.99 a gallon. So we're entering Virginia. And gas is $1.99. It was about $2.29 right back where we were. So if possible, whenever I can, if I'm heading up here, I fill up the car before I leave Virginia. Now we're in Cana, Virginia. And right here is a really neat place that I want to show you if I can. The problem is when you come here, it's really hard to find anywhere to park because this place is just, I mean, look at, oh my God, the wind is awful. It's hard to find anywhere to park because this place is always busy, especially in the fall. People love to come up here and, you know, buy fall stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to come over here and park, and I'm going to show you just some of the stuff in the store. One of the reasons I like to come here is because they have lots and lots of candy. Unfortunately, being on a low-carb diet, I can't have any of it this time. So I'm going to get us across the street. Hopefully we won't die. Okay, so I'm going to get you across the street and I'll show you some of the candy. I'm not going to buy any, I'm just going to show it to you. I'm going to torture my kids. It is so windy out here. Okay, I'm across the street. I wanted to show you what's outside. Now they have, oh, go away. They have lots of stuff outside. There's an old Ford tractor. Okay. The name of this place is Virginia Carolina Enterprises Produce and Plants. I had to read all the sign. I can't ever remember what this place is called. Good gracious, it's windy out here and cold. Let's see, we have all kinds of, look at that sweet potato. Look at the size of that sweet potato. Good God, it's like a tumor. And they have all kinds of little pumpkins, cucumbers. I mean, they have all kinds of wonderful stuff here. And we have okra and green beans, pomegranates. It is really crowded today, but I want to show you some of the candy. Look, we have different flavored yogurt pretzels. These are really good, the blueberry ones. We have peanuts in here, different assorted nuts, dried apples. And then we have stuff like this, like muscadine preserves and jelly. That's from the muscadine grapes, which are really good. And they have all different kinds of preserves and jellies in here. They have beans. And now here's some more of the candy I was telling you about. Like they have maple nut goodies, which I may get a bag of these for my dad. He loves these. Taffy. Sour balls, chica sticks, the little orange slices. There are so many people in here today. We have yogurt raisins. Look at all this candy. And then we have other little snacks like this. I think I'm actually caught up in the line to pay. I just wanted to show you some of this neat stuff. But I can't get there from here. Oh my God, okay. These are some more snacks. Ooh, peanut butter monkey munch. This stuff is really, really good. Now, homemade peanut. It's so, isn't it good? It's delicious.
You can make you a whole batch.
Yeah, I know I could make it, but I'm lazy.
Yeah, you are. No, you're not lazy.
Well, yeah, I am. So we have, now these are gummies. We have different flavors of gummies. We have, these are funny, little gummy fried eggs, gummy worms. Gummy chicken feet. That's a new one. I don't remember that. But it's hard for me to show you because this place is so crowded. But we have all kinds of candy in here. Oh, this is one of my favorites right here. Candy-coated Choco Rocks. Now, they look like rocks, but it's actually chocolate covered. It's candy-coated chocolate, and it is absolutely delicious. But it looks like little rocks. Look at that. I usually get some of these. Honestly, this line is so long. Look at all these people. Oh my God. This line is so long. I may not buy anything. I think I'm just going to go get back in the car. Ooh, Sugar Daddy. I actually like Sugar Babies better. I like these better because they're easier to eat. Sugar Daddies take forever to eat. And there's more candy over there, but I can't get there from here. There's more all around the perimeter of the store. And if you look up, we'll see we have baskets and stuff in here too. I'm going to get out of the way though. Oh, look, whoopie pies. I know several people mentioned to me that moon pies are nothing but whoopie pies, and maybe they're right. I don't know. Ooh, key lime pretzels. That's a new one. The further north I go, the closer I get to my dad's, the worse my accent gets. I'm sorry. Little candy here. I'm going to get out of here because this place is crazy. Look at those Brussels sprouts. Look at these baby potatoes. They're so cute. Look at these new white potatoes. They're adorable. Aren't they cute? Little baby potatoes. We have tomatoes. These are North Carolina tomatoes too. They're beautiful. But they have all kinds of produce here. They have honey. It's not as crowded out here. It's quieter. I can hear myself think. We have all kinds of honey. Now, a lot of this is not made here, but a lot of it is. Like this is sorghum molasses from Allen County, which is Scottsville, Kentucky. So it's not, okay, maybe that's not from here. Blackstrap molasses, chow chow, just all kinds of stuff. Look at that pumpkin. Oh my God. And that's real. That's a real, good God. That's a real pumpkin. We have Indian corn. It says it's Virginia grown. But I love coming here. Usually I'll get a bunch of candy, but I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to not eat all that sweet stuff. This is beautiful. See, they have all kinds of flowers and things. So it's just great. But I gotta go. I really need to get on the road. The post office is right up the road. And I have a trunk full of eBay packages that already have postage on them, but I have to go drop them off, and the post office closes at 12 o'clock. So I need to hurry up. But there will be more. I'm just gonna, I guess I'll just put all these videos together. So. Unfortunately, the post office closed at 11 o'clock, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. So now I have a trunk full of packages that are just gonna have to stay in the trunk until Monday, which I'm kind of irritated about. What post office closes at 11 o'clock? That's so stupid. They opened at 9:30 and they closed at 11. I mean, why even bother? Sorry. Anyway. We are coming up on the mountains and you can't quite see them yet. You'll be able to see when I get past these trees here though. I swear I think the wind is getting worse. But we're in Cana, Virginia. And okay. Now you can kind of see Highway 77 up there. You can see, oh, I like this place. They have lots of statues. That's really cool. They have statues of everything. But you can see the mountain up there. And you can see, every now and then you'll see a truck go by up on the side of the mountain. It's pretty neat. You can really see it in the wintertime when all the leaves are off the trees. You can see the roads much better up there. But that's the little mountains up there. But out, yeah, so you can kind of see the traffic moving on the mountain. And here's another place. It's called the Mountain Man, and they sell all kinds of little kitschy things. And right now they have pumpkins and other stuff. But we've passed several flea markets, but honestly, it is just so windy outside. I just don't even want to be out in it today. It's just too windy outside, and it puts me in a bad mood when my hair gets blown around. But you can see how steep the mountains are right here, the little hills. Now that's B&B Produce. That's where I used to get my Christmas tree from there every year. But then I bought a really cool artificial tree and I just use it because I'm lazy. Okay, so those are the mountains there. And I'm gonna have to make a lot of turns on a very windy, freaky road to get to my dad's house here in a little bit. So I'm gonna pause it, but I wanna try to get, just give you a little glimpse of some of the roads on the way up to his house. And then I wanna show you his house to his place because it's really neat. So I'm going to pause it because I have to make some ridiculous turns. So I'm just going to hit pause. Okay, I am going to show you some stuff as I drive. This may not come out too well. I love that house right there. It's really old. And I like the house up on the hill up there too. That's pretty awesome. I have a car right behind me naturally, so I can't slow down too much because people up here drive like they're on crack. And they all fly around on these curvy roads. Like, I can't even see where I'm going. Look out here. This is what I want to show you, and the person behind me can just get over it for a second. Look out there. Look at that. Oh my God. And it's just so pretty out here. And I can't even show it all to you. It's just this beautiful panoramic view. But it's hard to see anything. Now I'm coming around the curve. It's a very windy road. And people out here, they just drive so fast on these roads. They just, oh, scare me to death. But usually there's some horses down there. Well, they are, but they're so far down I don't think you can actually see them. Okay. That car off my bumper. And you can see the leaves are starting to change a little bit. Not a lot. Here's a church. Up there with the gravestones. And you can see the mountains here. You can see them a little bit better. There's Highway 77 up there with the trucks on it. This is a very poor area. It's not, there are a few people here with money, but most people here are not rich people. And that's true a lot in a lot of the areas in the mountains that you go to, anywhere around the Appalachian Mountains. I know outside of here they pronounce it Appalachian, but if you're from here it's Appalachian. But it's pretty far up in here that I have to go to get to my dad's house. He lives way off the beaten path, which is fine with me. I don't mind. But it's definitely not right on the highway. But you'll just bear with me. We'll have a better view in a minute. Right now all we can look at are just trees. My ears have popped several times in the last 20 minutes. I think they just pop once and be done with it, but no. Mine always end up popping several times. And there used to be an old country store up here. It's not open anymore. I think it's right up here. It's called Lily's Store or something. Where is it? Somewhere up here on the right. A lot of trailers up here, but I grew up in a trailer like that. It wasn't that messy, but I grew up in a little trailer. Yeah, there it is. That little place there was Lily's little store, and it was around forever, but it's not anything now. It's not open anymore. But here in Virginia, you can bury people on your own property. I don't know what the laws are, but like there's a little family graveyard right next to the house. You can, and here's another one. You can bury people in your family on your property. But again, I don't know what the rules are for that. I know there are laws and regulations for that, but you can't do that in North Carolina. But you can do it up here. Now look at this. Now we're coming down, we're taking another turn. You can see there's a house. Now the people with money, there are people with money here, and a lot of them live up on the tops of the mountains, and they'll build these giant houses up there, and there's a roof of something up there. I don't know. It's hard to see it this time of year, but after the leaves come off the trees, you can see the houses better. There are some really spectacular homes up there. So we're coming around this little swoopy curve. They saw a mountain lion up here about a year ago in one of the yards of either that house or this one. They have mountain lions up here. They have bears too. But it's, yeah, we have to go way out to get to my dad. It took me forever to remember how to get here. I had to write it down, and for over a year I'd have to look at my directions because I get lost up here. All these roads look the same. Oh my God, look, wild turkeys. Look at all the wild turkeys. Holy crap. Look at them. Look at all the wild turkey. It's like we're behind a 5K or something. Y'all move. Look at all that. Oh my God. I have never seen that many wild turkeys at once. Look at them all. They're going that way and that way. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I had my camera going. Look at them. They're not even scared and they don't care. I'm sitting there, that city girl ain't gonna do nothing. Look at them. And they, you notice the colors of them? They just blend in with their environment. I can hear them. I don't think you can hear them, but I can hear them making noises, kind of talking to each other. Making little gobble sounds. I'm not going to try to imitate it, but I can kind of hear them. That's awesome. Okay, wild turkeys. Yeah, we have wild turkeys up here too. Okay, that was awesome. I'm glad I was filming when that happened. And down here they grow cabbages every year in this big field. They've already picked them all and they plowed it up, or maybe they didn't plant it this year. I don't know. Normally they have cabbages out there, so it's a cabbage patch. I don't know who owns that, but a man came out here, don't know where from, built that all on credit cards. He maxed out his credit cards building that, and he spent an entire summer trying to train chickens to do tricks out there. I don't know why. I don't know what was wrong with this man, but he spent all of his credit on his credit cards trying to train chickens to do tricks. I don't think he ever succeeded, because I love chickens, but honest to God, they're not that smart. I mean, you could get them to do basic stuff, but as far as elaborate tricks, you're out of luck. But look up here. I love this mountain. Now, if you come up here in another couple of weeks, it'll just look like a multicolored carpet up there. All the different colors when the leaves start to change. I mean, they're already changing a little bit, but not like they will be in a week or two. And down there is a little valley, and there's a creek down there. Can't see it though. We're going to drive over it in a minute. My dad built the bridge over the creek down here. All they had before was this rickety old, I don't know, I think it was a wooden bridge, but my dad built a cement bridge. He has to come down here and clean out from under it every now and then because leaves and stuff get trapped under it and the water doesn't flow very well and it starts flowing over the bridge. But he maintains it. And off up here is where somebody else lives. There's another house up there. And then several other people have come in and built out here since my dad moved here. Like, see, right now it's full of leaves. And you can see, you know what? Let me show you. Let me just get out and show you. You can see where the water, it's all clogged right now with sediment and leaves and whatnot. Yeah, there's a lot of sediment in there. From the hurricane, they got quite a bit of rain up here, and the creek was overflowing for a while. But my dad has to come down here with his backhoe and dig it out occasionally. But there are trout in here and crayfish. You know, all kinds of critters live in this creek. But the creek goes all the way to the very top of the mountain. And I'll show you when we get up to my dad's, but it runs right in front of his house, and it's really impressive. But my dad built this cement bridge here to replace the old bridge that was here. He built this probably at least 15 years ago. So But yeah, it's kind of clogged up right now. So I'm sure as soon as he's able, he'll be down here working on that. My kids are in the back going, my God, can we just get there? Okay.
There's a dead guy on that bench.
My son just said there's a dead guy on that bench. I hope that that is a scarecrow or a Halloween decoration. Let's hope he's not real. If he is real, his legs are messed up. Okay. There used to be an apple orchard right here, and most of the apple trees have been cut down because they were not maintained. They weren't, you have to prune them regularly and take care of them, and these were not taken care of, so a lot of the trees were cut down. There used to be an old house out here a long time ago. I actually thought about buying some land up here. They had at one time, the person who owned about 50 acres starting in this area here. There's a dog. Hey, puppy. Wanted to sell the 50 acres and the house for $50,000, and I actually thought about it. But honestly, I don't want to live up here. I mean, I like coming to visit, but I just don't want to live here. And I cannot remember that man's name. He built a house here, and the thing that bugs me about that house is there are no windows on the second floor. I don't know why anybody would build a house like that. And that's
one window.
Oh, well, there's one window on the side, but I mean, come on, you know, put some windows in your house. So now we have to go up this hill. We're on a dirt road now, and it's very bumpy. My dad helps maintain the road too. He has a road grader that he can attach to his tractor or his four-wheeler. And they just built this house. Now this is a new house that was built here in the last couple of years, and it's really cool. I like this house right here. They cleared all this out and built this house, which is really pretty. I don't know who owns it. My dad probably knows, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever actually seen anybody here, like a car or anything. So I don't know if anybody's living there or not. It may not be. So we're coming on through here now. We're still not to my dad's house yet. But it's so nice up here. It's so secluded and it's so quiet. It's really nice up here. It almost looks like a place where you'd film a movie or something. Hunger Games, if nothing else. Oh, you could do a really cool horror movie up here. But it's just insanely far. Okay, here's my dad's house. Way up here. He has lots of vehicles. I've lost count. I never know how many he's got. Oh, looks like somebody else is here. Now, I'm probably going to have to cut this short, but one thing I want to show you before I go up to the house, I want to show you the creek right down here. That's his shop up there. I'll try to take you in there in a little bit. And he likes to build stuff like the water wheel and stuff like that, which is actually powered by the creek. He has a pipe that comes down and brings water. But if you come down here, check this out. There's the creek. So he has a little waterfall in his front yard, which is really cool. It's grown up quite a bit. The plants and the stuff around it usually keeps it cleared out, but it goes on up the mountain all the way up to the top. But we have a little waterfall right here in front of the house. So I'm going to go in and see my dad, and I will see if I can come out and do some more stuff later. Okay, I made it to my dad's, and I just made a video that I'm going to post separately somehow. My dad made a working model of something to show how a water heater works for a friend of his who didn't really understand the concept, you know, wanted to know if they needed to fix their own water heater, wanted to know how to do that. So I'm going to show you that in a minute. But first I want to show you the shop. This place is crazy. I get so claustrophobic in here. Look, this is my dad's shop, and I can't even really get it all in one picture, obviously, but okay, I'm just going to sweep you around and show you this place. He's out there talking to somebody right now. Oh, he shut the door on me. All right. But this, you know what? I don't know how in the world he finds anything in here, but I'd be willing to bet he knows where everything is. He has machining stuff. I mean, oh my God, there is just so much stuff in here. It's crazy. Look at, he has stuff all over his heater. I mean, my God. Here's his workbench. I mean, look at all this stuff. There's a picture of me at my second wedding, way up there at the top. It's Clint Eastwood, and I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. But when I was a kid, this sailboat picture was in our living room. I remember that distinctly. We had that picture in the living room. I guess when he and my mom divorced, he took the picture. But anyway, this is what my dad made. This is a model, like a little working model to illustrate how a water heater works. And I'm going to do that video separately somehow. It's not ASMR at all. Of course, this really isn't either, but he just explained it to me, and I made a video of it. But I'm not even going to try to explain it. But this is the upper element, and this is the lower element. And anyway, I'll do that separately. But you know what I was thinking? I was thinking that if you've ever heard of the hydraulic press channel, it's where they press things and squish them with a hydraulic press. That channel has over 1 million subscribers, and I thought, you know, my dad could do that. I guarantee you somewhere in here he has stuff that he could squish things with. I mean, we have everything in here. I don't even know what this is, except I do know it's tremendously greasy, and I'm so afraid to touch it. It's like living in a game of Operation. I'm trying not to touch anything because my shoes are fairly white, and I want to keep them that way. I'm such a wimp. But we have, I mean, God, there's just stuff everywhere in here. It's over the door. It's on the walls. I'm going to come over to the corner here where you can see it a little bit better. But look at this. It is nuts how much stuff. And he has another shop that's just woodworking stuff. This is like, oops, can't go that way. This is like a machine shop, kind of. Yikes. I want to show you this clock. And this clock is mine. He already told me I could take it with me. I just keep forgetting. There's an old dairy farmer's milk clock up there. It's not plugged up, but he said it still works. I'm going to get that clock one day. I always thought that clock was really cool. So anyway, this is the shop. And I'm going to go find my dad and see what's going on. Well, we're headed back, and things did not exactly go as planned. In fact, we're coming back with a little bit more than I expected. There's a white box behind me in my son's lap. There's a cat in that box. There's a kitten in that box. Yeah, we stopped off at this produce place that I like to go to, and it was really crowded too, and I stopped in there just to get a little bit of candy and some dried beans to make a video with. Just like the noise of the dried beans. I bought several kinds. And one of the ladies in there had some kittens that a feral cat had near her house. And she was trying to find a home for these kittens. Well, one of them was very talkative, very hyper, and they handed me this kitten. I was standing up near the register looking at the kittens, and she hands me one of them, and it instantly calmed down and got quiet and curled up in my arms, and that was it. That was it. So next thing I knew, I'm walking out with a kitten in a box. That box right there. So yeah, it's not exactly how I saw my afternoon going, but that's how it went. So we're headed home with this kitten, and we're going to introduce this kitten to Evie. It's about 6 weeks old. It's very small. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll show the kitten to you the first chance I get. It's a little Siamese kitten, and it's really cute. She is impossibly tiny. Evie looks huge next to her. They both just had some canned cat food. We have this special kitten, it's canned cat food for kittens. And so they're both kind of hanging out, and Corbin is, I guess, being the mediator here. But this kitten is so small. Look at that. What? No, put her down. Put her down. Put her down. What are you doing? Oh, there's the kitten. We don't have a name yet. This cat was very hungry and just ate like it was starving. Okay, put her down. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy, honestly. I have not looked. It's, I think it's a girl, but I'm not positive. So anyway, uh-oh. Yeah, Evie is not exactly cool with it, but she'll come around. So anyway, that is how my day has ended with a new cat. So thank you for watching, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.